Assalamualaikum and a very good evening. Firstly, I bid to Miss Farhana and all my fellow group mates. We are from group 6 and we are going to make a video on our second topic, which is suicide, from our friend's topic, Faris. So my name is Azam.
My name is Masmiza.
Najwa Zamri.
My name is Nurul Najwa.
My name is Melissa.
My name is Faris.
So without further ado, I would like to invite Mr. Faris to start with his point.
Okay, so yes, this is the topic I chose, and I'm going to present what song that I choose for the suicide topic. So as you guys know, suicide is actually it's the rate of suicide is increasing. So now many artists that take a step forward to raise awareness about the suicide issue. So I picked the song 1-800 by Logic. So the full title of this song is actually 1-800-273-825. The number is actually the number of the National Suicide Prevention in the United States. As the title says it all, this song is all about awareness about suicide. It's a rap song by Logic and also featuring Alisha Cara and Khalid. So I'm going to play a little bit of the song, the first verse of the song. Okay, so the song is very interesting actually. It's from a perspective from a caller, someone that who wants to suicide, and on the second verse it's actually from the operator, the helpline operator perspective on the second verse. So the first verse actually is very dark, as the caller called and said that he want to die and all the reasons he want to die. He feel that no one cared about him. He's been praying that someone will save him, but he feels like his life doesn't matter and no one cared. And then the second verse, which is I want to be alive. I want you to be alive. You don't gotta die today. Now let me tell you why. So the second verse is actually from the operator perspective to the person who calling the hotline, the suicide. As the first verse is the caller is the suicide person, and then the second verse is from the operator perspective. So he gives the reason why the caller shouldn't suicide. The operator respond that I know where you've been, where you are, where you going. I know you are the reason I believe in life. What's the day without a little night? I'm trying to shed a little light. It can be hard, it can be so hard, but you gotta live right now. You got everything to give right now. This is the verse that changes everything. The operator responded that everything is hard right now, but you can go through it and everything will get better, and reassure the caller that there's someone is there for him. So okay, the last verse is on the perspective of the caller, saying I finally want to be alive. I don't want to die. I don't want to die today. I just want to live. The verse is showing that the operator convinced the caller not to suicide, as the caller feels better and didn't think about suicide anymore and want to live. So this song, the message was crystal clear and achieved its target in raising awareness of mental illness and a step toward crisis prevention. So the song basically is a good song, and the artist himself tell that many people came up to him and said that the song like saved their life. Yeah, so that is my song. Okay. So anyone next wants to share their song?
Okay, next, suicide is the act of intentionally causing one's own death. The song that I choose is Why from Rascal Flatts album. It released 29 September of 2019 in the US. It was written by Rob Mathers and Alan Chaplin. It is fast, powerful song. It's divine about a young person and suicide, and how people mask their pain, and how even people who something are living a perfect happy life go through struggles. I think this person was really good at things they did but could not take the struggles. And since they hit their pain, nobody could help them through it, so that was the only anger to them. Maybe it will help anyone else that might become that to remember that suicide is a permanent solution to temporary problem. All things is plus. The lyrics that I took from the song is, oh why there is no comprehending, and who I'm to try and judge or explain. Oh, but I do have one burning question. Who told you life was not worth the fight? They were wrong, they lied, and now you are gone, and we cry. It's mean we have them, and it's life lessons to teach us how to grow and learn. So for me, this song means a lot things to humans. So maybe it's prevent from them to taking this risk from their life.
Okay.
That's all from me.
Alright, so
Next.
I would like to continue with my chosen song. So
Okay.
for me, for this topic, suicide, I would like to choose a song from Joyner Lucas, which entitled I'm Sorry. So basically about the song was released on 2017. Inside on the album called 508, 507, 2209. So basically, Joyner Lucas is a rapper who intend to do this kind of song because before he released his song, back a few months before he released this song, his brother had tried to commit suicide, but luckily his family managed to save his brother. So after a few months later, his friend's stepfather lost to suicide. So basically, Joyner Lucas intends to make the song just to make people realize how bad suicide is. So there's a video on YouTube for this song, length 6 minutes 34 seconds. It raised about 48 million views and over. Basically, this song consists of 2 verses. The first verse refers to the person who commits suicide. The second verse refers to the person who lost his friend to the suicide. So I would like to touch a bit on the lyrics. So the first verse starts with go ahead and call me coward and say that I'm not strong because I'm not like you. Go ahead and call me crazy because I live in a maze. Tell me how about you. So the lyrics from the first verse really show that the person who commits suicide really suffer from mental illness. So under the first verse, you can see how Joyner Lucas explained everything about suicide thoughts inside himself. So for the second verse, which is referred to the person who lost his friend to the suicide. Okay, I would like to touch a bit on the lyrics. I used to shine, now I'm all in the dark. I remember I used to tell you to follow your heart, but god damn it, look at you now, it's all your fault. How could you? Maybe it's my fault. I should have paid more attention to what you've been doing. So in the second verse, what I can see that the singer himself feel very disappointed because he should pay more attention to his friend before he lose his friend forever, where it's like it reflects to ourselves also. When we lose our loved ones in something like we should never lose to suicide, for example. So it really touched me when the song hit the second verse to me. And then I do some reading on the comment section of the YouTube, and there is one comment which is a person who saved himself from suicide, and it based on the video, the music video himself helped the suicide from not committing one. So to me, if I have a friend who facing the same problem, depression, mental illness, I would like to recommend him to look at the video himself and listen to the lyrics and read the lyrics and explain himself to me in the future. I think that's all from me.
Okay, next, my song is Far Away by Marsha Ambrosius. This song was released as the second single of English R&B singer and former Floetry member Marsha Ambrosius' debut solo album. Ambrosius initially wrote the song after a close friend attempted suicide because they are in such a bad place in their life. There is nothing you can do to help someone if they can't help themselves. Ambrosius told MV News that crafting the song gave her an opportunity to empower people like her friend who are struggling with abusive situations related to their sexuality. The concept for Far Away definitely was not unexpected for me, as it was a personal experience he was going through round about the time I wrote it, which is 2008, when a friend of him attempted to commit suicide. Being a friend of someone that is in such a dark place, you can be there for them as a friend because it's one of the most heart-wrenching things you can go through, not being able to help someone. It felt only right to portray the story as it was in such an honest form. And I think many people that go through the same circumstance don't get to tell the story, and I think that's where I guess people are getting with the shock value that I'm attacked, a subject matter that's often shunned upon and overlooked, but it's happening to real people. Okay, that's all about my song.
Continue with mine. Okay, I choose Lullaby is a song by Canadian rock band Nickelback. It was released in February 2012 and it written by Mariah Carey, Andrew Harris and Vidal Davis. So from the perspective of someone who has been there, the narrator in this 2012 rock song expresses the urgency of turning away from the ledge of suicide. He tells his friend that they are not alone and expresses faith in their decision making even at the last moment. From the lyric, which is "Please let me take you out of the darkness and into the light, cause I have faith in you that you are gonna make it through another night. Stop thinking about the easy way out. There is no need to go and blow the candle out because you are not done. You are far too young and the best is yet to come." Message of the song, Lullaby is about someone with that feeling of hopelessness and not wanting to carry on with that amount of pain. They feel that they are completely alone and have nobody to talk to and nobody who cares. The message of the song is that there is always somebody to talk and who cares about you. It is a great song about not giving up on life. I think it's a song about suicide prevention or depression, or that point in your life when you really don't want to be alive. I think it's saying that, which is the lyric, the best is yet to come, is a great line because it's saying that there is hope out there. And the video is quite awesome also. It shows a guy who loses his wife and he's stuck with their kid. He's considering adoption, but I think in the end he comes to realize that he is okay. And he's not the only one. I think the song can be interpreted in many different ways, and that's what's so amazing about it. It's saying that everything's okay, you can do this, you are not alone, you will get through this. And honestly, this song saves people that suffer from depression. Yeah, that's from me, that Lullaby by Nickelback.
Okay, so I'm sorry I have to wear mask because I have some problem with my cheeks. So I have choose one of Brandy Carlile's song as my review that can be discussed with all of you tonight. So the title of the song is That Year. She wrote this song about on 2009. So this song is about Brandy's high school friend who commit suicide when they were both 16 years old. So her friend killed himself and she hate him for it. Now she finally forgive him for it after all of this time, and she can finally say that they are friends again. So the few verses in the songs are mostly self-explanatory. She sings that her friends should have taken a break from life to figure out their problems with depression instead of resorting to suicide. Brandy implies with her normative statement, "You should have taken a long break instead of a high drop from a tall place." So Brandy's anger prevents her from speaking her friend's name for 10 years. So the climax of the song is her acceptance of her friend's fate and her forgiveness of him actions. So that's my review for tonight.
Okay, so after we hear all of our songs, so which one do you guys think the best that we should choose to represent this topic? So, any guys have
I
any?
choose either Azam or you, Faris.
Why? Why my song?
Because for Azam, I choose because he said that suitable for loved one, right? For you, because you said if someone in depression or in suicide can hear that song, so can calm their
Yeah.
mind.
So, what do you guys think? The others?
I also think the same.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
both song are okay, but I don't know which one the best.
Okay. Okay, because let me explain again my song. My song is about, it's a conversation between two person, and I find it interesting too because it's the first verse is actually the caller, and the second verse is actually the operator, and the third verse is back to the caller that saying he want to be alive. I don't want to die today. I want to live right now.
Maybe after he understand and
Yeah,
then
after he talked somewhere, he took the initiative to call the hotline to because he thought of suicide, but then he called the helpline and then he got help and he feels better.
So to me, my song really related, almost the same, have the same storyline as Faris' song. So I don't have any problem to choose any one of us song. So what do you guys think?
Yeah.
I think we should go with Faris.
Faris song.
I think we should go with Faris.
Okay.
So we all decided to choose 1-800.
can.
Yeah. All right. So we decided to choose my song, which is 1-800 by Logic. So that's all for this video. We see you on the next video. Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye. Good night.